everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jennifer, and today we are gonna do a half year favorites video. So I asked you guys on Instagram if you'd be interested in seeing this. I do a year-end wrap-up of all my favorite products and my fail products. But I asked if you'd be interested in a half year favorites, and everyone seemed to indicate they were interested in it, so we're gonna go ahead and do it today. And I have all the products, well, the products that I have on my face are included in the favorites. I couldn't put all the favorites on my face because it just wasn't gonna work. Because there's actually a lot. There's quite a few. I picked the products that I reach for. So there's actually a number of products that came out this year that I really do like. I think they're really good, and I have positive things to say about them. But I wanted to limit it because there's been so many releases and so many new things that if I just picked all the products that I thought were good, we'd be here for days. So I picked the ones that I reach for on a daily basis. I wear them all the time. I put them in my top drawers in my vanity. I have them, easy access for me to get to. That's how I know that they're my favorites. So with that, let's dive in. So now today is going to be just makeup products. I do have a skincare video, a day skincare video that'll either go up right before this or right after this. And those are the products that I'm using right now. So those are my favorites. So that will be up. So today we're just gonna talk about makeup. I'm gonna start with face products, we'll go to face products. We'll figure out how we put this, but we're gonna make sure that they're in categories because like I said, there are multiples in certain categories. That's just the way it is. All right, so first, foundations. There was actually only 2 foundations that came out this year so far that I just reach for all the time. The first is the Say Slip Tint. I've mentioned this numerous times. I have it in shade 3, actually. I have it on my face now. It's a great tinted moisturizer. It has broad spectrum, SPF of 35. I really like it. It just works really well on my skin. It's moisturizing. It wears a really long time though, even though it's a tinted moisturizer. It gives me a great overall look. I really enjoy it. I think it's a really good product. If it's, you're a tinted moisturizer kind of person or you like a light coverage, it's a really good one to invest in. For this one, I would say my La Mer was a favorite. I also like the Perricone one. The Perricone one is really, really good. It's just a little deep for me. I like it, and I put it on and I just kind of like thin it out, but it is a little deep for me and there's only one shade. But the Say Slim Tint is really excellent. I think you guys are gonna love it if you try it. It's just a really good product. Next is the Merit Foundation Stick. And this, I gotta tell you guys, it is the exact match for me. I think I have it in Dune. Yes, I have it in Dune. And I have it on now. So what I did is I put the Say Slip Tint all over my face, and then just like right in here, because I have rosacea, a little bit on my chin and a little bit here because I have some redness here, I use the Merit. And it just works extremely well over other products. You can use it just as like a concealer touch-up kind of thing. It works as an overall foundation. It stays on forever. It doesn't come off on. I mean, it's really good product. The only thing I don't love about it, honestly, is that there's not a ton of product in here. So that's like not great, but other than that, yeah, I really like it. I don't have much left. There's not much left in this stick. So I'm gonna have to get a new one very soon. But anyway, really love that. And the foundation brush that came with it is actually a really good foundation brush. I mean, it's a synthetic brush, and it's just a really good brush. It actually, on my skin, it feels very comfortable. It puts the foundation exactly where it needs to go, but it doesn't move a whole bunch of stuff around. I really like. The Merit did a really good job with the brush and the foundation stick. Now, I can't remember if this came out this year, but I bought it this year, I think. Or maybe it was last year. I don't know. But it's the only primer that I really use on my eyes. This is the Tom Ford Emotion Proof eye primer. 2 things to note, and I've made this comment many, many times, but I'm gonna make it again. It really only works for people who are looking for just a smooth canvas for their more mature eyes. Do not use it if you're looking for something that's gonna like elongate the use of your eyeshadows, or if you have oily eyelids, it's not for you. I have dry skin, although seemingly that's changing. Don't know what's happening. My skin seems to be getting more moisturized lately. I don't know. It's not oily. It's just, it's moving towards normal. I don't know what to do with that. But anyway, but that primer, that eye primer works really well for me. So if you're oily, if you're looking to like elongate the use of your eyeshadows, that's not it. Don't buy that. But if you have kind of like some texture to your eyelids, or you're older, you have drier skin, that works really well. And I love it. All right, let's move to powders. So I have fewer powders. I only actually have two. The Christian Dior Forever Lavender Powder, which I have on today. Opens like this. That is what the case looks like. I have not seen this in a while, but I love it. I do have that on my face today. I think it's a fantastic powder. I actually use the sponge that's in there, the powder puff, and kind of press it in right through here. I feel like it just evens out my skin tone. It looks lovely. I can also use brushes. I have many, many brushes, and like brush it all over the face. It's just a beautiful powder. I am sure that part of it is just the fact that it's lavender, and lavender works well on my skin tone and gives me a nice, beautiful, even look. But I also think the powder is very finely milled, and it's a really beautiful powder, and it works really well on me. The other powder is something that I actually never showed you guys on my channel because there was a whole brouhaha about the release. So this is the Suku 102 Retouch Pressed Powder. I actually have one of these in my 5,000 subscriber giveaway. So you guys, if you know, when we get to that point, if we ever get to that point, this will be in there. So there's the powder here, and then this is kind of like a little bit of like a highlight. I'll put it on my hand. It's hard to see because it's a powder, but I'll try to build it up a little. So this I used today when I first put down the foundation, the slip tint, and the Merit. There, let's see if you can, there is the highlight and there's the powder. I know it's really hard to see, but you can kind of see it right there. And I mixed them together and put it all over my face after I put the foundation on. And I have to say, this gives a beautiful look. It really is a beautiful powder. I really, really like it. And it doesn't, you know, dry out my skin. It doesn't settle into lines. I'm 49 and have dry skin and rosacea, or I did have dry skin. I mean, my skin is still dry, but it's much better. Again, it's the summer. It's 100 degrees and humid out, so that could be it. Or maybe my skin is just getting more moisturized. I don't know. It could be hot yoga. But anyway, the powder works really, really well. So I didn't review it on the channel because by the time I got it, I did review the eyeshadows and the blushes, but the powder I got later, and it was really hard to get. And I didn't want to make anyone feel bad about not being able to get it. I think you can get it now on Cult Beauty and Selfridges, or maybe it's gone. I'm not sure, but I had to put it in here because I really am reaching for it and I really do like it. So I had to be true to the fact that, you know, this is my favorites. So it's on there. Okay, bronzers. Two bronzers. One is Christian Dior. I'm sure you knew this was here. Forever Bronzer in Tan Bronze. This is number 4. I will show you in just one second. And this is beautiful, and I use it all the time now. I'm not going to say it's my favorite bronzer because the Gucci and the Terra from Tom Ford are, there's like a three-way tie at the moment. This is more subtle. This is not as, it's not as deep as the Gucci. It's not as red as the Gucci. It looks more like the Terra. But again, the Christian Dior formulation, the powder is beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. And they've just done a phenomenal job with their Forever line. I think this year, I think it's extremely good. So the other bronzer is the Wayne Goss. This is the Radiance Boosting Face Palette. That's what I have on my face today. I have it in light gold. It is a warmer bronzer, but I did a warmer look today. I used the warmer shades in here, and I'll get into that in a minute. But this is an excellent, excellent palette. Here's the contour. Here's the bronze. It looks really good on me. It's perfect for my complexion. I just, I can't say enough. It's really, really good. I keep it in my top drawer. I use it all the time. The contour is excellent. It's just the right shade for somebody who's pale like myself. That's difficult to find in contours. I do have contour products that I really like that are cream products, and I do use them quite often. But for releases this year, can't go wrong with that. Okay, next let's go to eyebrows and mascara because I only have one of each. The eyebrows is the Kosas Air Brow in Auburn. I have this on today. Looks like this. And there's just a tiny, tiny little brush that does absolute wonders for my eyebrows. It's enough product that it gives shape to my eyebrows and like really lifts them up and holds them. But it's not so much product that it gets all over my face. That was the problem with a lot of like eyebrow products. You put them on your brows and then you have it all over your, your forehead. It has surpassed the Tom Ford. I like it better than Tom Ford, officially. I think it's a really excellent product, and there's a number of different shades. So if you want a gel brow product, I cannot recommend it more highly. It's really, really good. I do have the Gucci pencil on underneath because my brows are sparse. I can use this by itself, but today I wanted like a fuller look, so I felt like I needed the brows to drawn in a little more. Hopefully that will be fixed when I get my eyebrows microbladed. And mascara, you had to know, it's the Bite Beauty Upswing Mascara. This is just an amazing mascara. I absolutely love this. I reach for it all the time. It's just phenomenal. I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm gonna need a new one soon. The brush is enormous. I do not use this on my lower lash line. On my lower lash line, I use a MAC product, which I'll have in the description box so you guys will know. But I reach for this practically every single time that I do my makeup. So I had to make that the favorite because it just is. Next we'll do lips, and then we'll do eyes and blushes last because there's a lot of blush this year. And I narrowed down the blush, but still, I mean, there's so many blushes. Okay, lips. What I have on my lips today is the Gucci, and I always get the name wrong. It's like it's something in Care. I can't really remember. I'll put it in the description box. But this is the ones, and you know what they are. These are the glossy, lip balmy kind of lipsticks, and I love the packaging. The shade I have on today is the orange. What, I've forgotten the name of it. Oh my goodness. Louise Orange, which is like one of my favorites. It's just a unique shade. I do have the Gucci lip liner on with it. I will say though, the Gucci lip liners, I don't reach for every day, so I didn't put it in the description box. I mean, in the grouping here, but the Gucci lipstick liners, the liners are good, okay? They're not great, but they're good. The lipsticks are great. So yeah, I absolutely love these. I have them in many, many shades, but today, like I said, I did a warmer look, so I went with the orange. Also, the Chantecaille, the Lip Chics. This one's in Hyssop, which I don't think they have anymore. I need to see if I can get them to get me a couple because this is my favorite shade. This is Hyssop. There's also like Peach Blossom, and then there was another shade that came out in the spring collection. Absolutely gorgeous. Love them. The Chanel Cocoa Blooms. Really excellent collection. I have them in numerous shades, but the shade that I think is my favorite is Chance. Chance is number 110. That's Chance. So we've got Chanel here, the Gucci here, and the Chantecaille here. And then for gloss, there was actually only one gloss. It was the Tom Ford. This was the summer collection. And I think the name is the Sunlust Lip. I love this gloss. I actually bought 2 of them just so I'd have it. It's like a gold gloss, but when it goes on your lips, it changes color based on your, I guess, body chemistry. I'm not exactly sure, but you can even see it changing on my hand. I just love this gloss. It's an awesome, awesome gloss. If it's still available, I'll link it. A lot of these things might have been limited edition. Like I said, these are my favorites, so even if they're not available, I chose them because I was like, I have to be honest, and these are the things I reach for, so. Okay, so we've got eye products, and we've got blush. One thing I do want to mention is the Lisa Eldridge Elevated Glow. Now, I know some people have talked about this and they don't particularly love it for various reasons. And that's fine. There are pros and cons to every product. I have this in Crystal Nebula and Cosmic Rose. This is the Crystal Nebula. I did use some on my face today. I used a little bit here, just like a tiny bit here. This product works really well for me because it is pretty natural looking. On me, okay? You can see that it's got a subtle glow. It doesn't accentuate my lines around my face, around my eyes. So when I use this Crystal Nebula one as a highlighter. I use Cosmic Rose as more of like an all over glow. I really, really love this Crystal Nebula shade for me. I think it's an excellent highlighter for what I'm looking for, which is a very subtle highlight that doesn't accentuate lines. The Cosmic Rose I use as more of like a glow product, which I understand is something like the Auric product. I know that some people have done videos to show that the Auric product is a little bit more, it's less like blingy, but I think it does depend on the shade you have. I don't know, like I don't have the Auric product. I hope to get the Auric product, and as soon as it's available, I will, and I'll compare them on me. But I do like the Cosmic Rose as that type of product for me. It works well for me. I feel it looks nice on my skin. And again, I'm very pale and have sort of a pinkish tone to my skin. Let's move to blushes. So there's a lot of blushes this year, guys. And there were many, many that I liked, really do like, but I don't seem to reach for them as often. So I didn't put them in this list. I had to put a break somewhere. So, okay. First is what I'm wearing today. This is the Suku, again, this is from the collection, the 127, that was all messed up. But this is a really unique shade. It's a really unique color. And I think that's one of the reasons that I reach for it, because when I'm looking for like a warmish look, this works really well. It looks like cantaloupe. Which I think Surratt actually has as a shade, and I think I actually have as a blush. But the thing is, this blush has like a little bit of a highlight to it. You can see that you can mix them together or just try to do them separately. But the shade looks beautiful on the skin. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous warmth, but it's not tan. I love the tan shades, but this is like orange, but it's cantaloupe, like it's got a pinky orange, and it just looks beautiful. And the Suku blushes, guys, I have to say, all of them are stunning. So if you go on the Selfridges site, or I think Cult Beauty has them as well, all the Suku blushes are beautiful. You don't have to have the one from the collection that was like impossible to get. I have ones from from last year before. They're all beautiful. So if you find a shade that you like, I would strongly encourage you to try to pick up one of the Suku blushes. I think you'll really enjoy it. Or the Suku palette, which I have from last year, I think. That has a whole bunch of blushes in it. Just stunning, all of them. Next is a palette. This was the Runway palette by Burberry. And I'm including it in this part because it does technically have a contour, highlight, and blushes. There's a number of different types of shades. I really, really enjoy this palette and reach for it a lot. This shade at first was a little deep for me and I was kind of like, eh, but I've actually started to use it a lot more as contour, like especially my cheeks and my nose. I think this works really, really well. This is the white highlight that I have separately that's just beautiful. The blushes are gorgeous. I really, I think the eye palette for this is gone, but I think this is still available. And it's in light and I just love it. Absolutely just think it's a stunning, stunning palette. Okay, next. I know, there's a lot of blushes. Pat McGrath. The Pat McGrath blushes are gorgeous. I have like most of the shades. I don't have like the 2 deepest shades, but I have most of them. The one that I find that I reach for the most is probably this one. This is Nude Venus. I like them all. I didn't want to pull them all out, but you can see my video. I did, you know, like swatches and stuff. They're just, it's just really pretty. Every single one. That's Nude Venus. It's just, the shades are beautiful. They're very pigmented. I'll hold it up to the camera in just a second. It's creamy, so they're very long lasting. They, you know, I think she has shades that work for practically anyone. There's such a, you know, like a wide range of shades. What I mean is like people with lighter skin tones, pink undertones, olive undertones, deeper skin tones. I think everyone can find a shade that works for them. And they are really just beautiful, beautiful blushes that last like all day long. They're really good. The Chantecaille. This is the Flower Power Cheek Shade. This came in the flowered packaging. And I'll be very honest, when this first came out, I wasn't really that excited about it because I have all the cheek shades from Chantecaille. And I was like, you know, but this one has the subtle glow. It's beautiful on the skin. Absolutely stunning. Let me show you it. And it's like a cream, but a powder. It's just, I hope they do more of these in more shades. I mean, it is very light. You can see it. Like, it's a very light pink. There we go. Very light pink. But I absolutely love this. I use it a lot, especially now in the summer. It's just like my go-to because it's just this light pinky glow. Yeah, it looks really, really good. So yeah, I reach for that a lot. I think I'll reach for the Pat McGraths more, frankly, in the winter and the fall because it is a heavier look for me just because it's more pigmented and I'm very pale. But they're beautiful. I mean, you can wear them year round. I don't mean that. I just mean I don't wear a lot of makeup in the summer. Like sometimes I don't wear any. So something like the Chantecaille just is like perfect. Okay, there are 2 cream blushes. One is the Lisa Eldridge. This is in Dante's Dream, sorry. I like Pink Soap as well. Pink Soap is beautiful, but I will say I think Dante's Dream will work for more people than Pink Soap because Pink Soap is pretty light. Dante's Dream, it's a beautiful, beautiful shade. I think these blushes are really nice and I am really enjoying them. That's what it sheers out to. The thing that I'll say about these blushes is they are not super pigmented. They don't wear for like 12 hours. That is not these types of products. These blushes are like a light wash. If you're pale like me, it's gonna be more pigmented to you, obviously. But it's like a light wash. You use a very little amount and it's like a flush of color. You can wear, I think, you know, if you're me, you can wear all the shades because even the most pigmented one is really not that deep. The problem I think, and I don't know, but I think if you're a deeper skin tone, they might kind of fade on you because they're not that pigmented. They don't last that long. They're not a long lasting blush. Most cream blushes aren't. I just want to say that for, you know, to be fair. But they last pretty long on me. They last like 6 hours and then they just sort of fade away. But I have drier skin and again, very pale. So just want to bring that up. I still love them and I still am reaching for them, but I just, you know, there are pros and cons for every product. The other is the Makeup by Mario, which just came out. This is in Dusty Rose. I really like these. I'm gonna buy more of them. I'm gonna wait for the Sephora sale because I have plenty of makeup. Let me show you the color. That's Dusty Rose. And that's kind of how it shears out. So they come in these twist up tubes. This is how that looks. And then there's a brush on the other end. I'll be honest, I don't use the brush, but I like the idea. Great for travel, and definitely will be using this as I travel. And as I said, I am gonna get more shades, but I have so many blushes right now. I'm like, I can wait. I can just wait, so. But yeah, they are really beautiful, and I really do like them. I do feel like they last longer than the Lisa Eldridge. I only have that one shade, but it does seem to last on me. So just again, one shade. So, you know, maybe the others don't, but I have had good luck. So eye products. I have so many that I could choose from. There were so many that I loved this year, and I couldn't pick them all. And so what I did was I just picked the ones where when I used them, I was like, oh wow, these are like they stand out to me. I was like, oh yeah, okay. So for liners, there's only one choice, and that is the recent Chanel liner collection. There are 7 shades. I don't have all 7 of them yet. I have 5. I have 2 on the way. And I can link the video. They are all beautiful, the ones that I've tried. I have picked up all the existing Chanel eyeliner shades in this formula. This is the waterproof formula. So when I do get the other 2 shades, I will do a video with all the Chanel waterproof liners. Every shade, whether it's the new ones or not, so you guys can see them. I absolutely love the new shades though. They're absolutely beautiful. And the formula, I've been told it's been reformulated. I'll have the boxes soon. I have boxes of the old formula, so I'll take a look and see the difference. I could not tell the difference though in application, in the way they work. So all the new 7 shades, they may be reformulated, but they perform the same. So I absolutely love them. And those were the only choice for eyeliners. Okay, let's get to the eyeshadows. And like I said, there are so many good choices. Dior came out with single shadows that are beautiful, and I really like them. They also came out with a bunch of eyeshadow palettes that I thought were beautiful. Chantecaille had a spring quad that I think is really, really nice, and I like the duochrome that's in there, or it's a multi-chrome. Beautiful. There's a bunch. There's a bunch. Tom Ford had a cream. It was like a black and gold, which came with the lip gloss. Love it, but I'm not reaching for it. So again, I just picked the ones that I'm reaching for that have come out this year. Okay, so first is the Suku, and again, this is the Amato. This is a 103. This was the pre-summer collection, and this is like purple. Now I know I am not like a purple person usually, but this quad I really love. This shade here is more like a brown. This has like a peach to it. This actually looks really beautiful on the eye. This is a gorgeous topper. This one, 103, right? 103. If it's available, I really, really like this one. I just think it looks beautiful. All the Suku quads that came out this year though are really nice. And the ones that came out last year, they're beautiful eyeshadows. The Suku eyeshadows, along with the Suku blushes, are just stunning. So, you know, I really, really like them. The lip fogs were also in contention for lip products, but I just find myself reaching for like super glossy light lips right now. That could be just because it's summer, but I just don't find myself reaching for the lip fogs. I might have back in January or February, but I wasn't wearing any lipstick then. So, you know, I just had to be like, what am I reaching for? So, but the lip fogs are also excellent. The Glow formula and the regular formula. So I picked up, I have a Dior favorite in my eyeshadows, And there were so many to choose from. There was a bunch of shadows that came out this year from Dior, some quads that were really, really nice. Pink Sakura is my favorite, but technically I picked that up in December, so I was like, yeah, I shouldn't put that in here. So the one that I picked is Cruise Look, which is the newest one, which just came up kind of out of nowhere. But I really like this look. It's a good, I mean, it's a neutral, but I just think it looks really nice on the eye. I love the shade in the middle. I just really like this one. I don't know what to say. The formula is the same as the old new formula. I didn't particularly love the illumination formula. Like the Mirage and the Dune, I didn't really, they were okay, but they weren't my favorites. Pink Glow, kind of, I mean, I know a lot of people did like it. It didn't really work for me. They're pretty, they weren't what I wanted. This one, I love. So I'm really impressed by it. The Dior singles are also gorgeous and I really, really like them. But I had the Dior singles from before and I don't think the formula is a million times better. It's really good, but I thought the old Dior single formula was great. So that's why, I mean, I do go for those shades a lot because they're easy one and dones, but they're not my favorites this year. Okay, there are two Chanels. The one Chanel is what I'm wearing, which is the Le Beige is Intense, which shocked me because I usually am not a big Le Beige's fan for the eyeshadows. But I love this eyeshadow. This is Intense. It's got a greenish shade to it. I'm wearing the Chanel Intense Khaki eyeliner with it as well. I just love this eyeshadow palette. I just think it's stunning. I just really like it. I'm really impressed that Chanel came out with it because Chanel was going into territory where it was just like everything was red. And I understand, like it's a color story, it's like a thing that people like. I just was like, it does not really work on me. And these shades I absolutely love. I did not pick up the other one in the Le Beiges and I've just forgotten the name of it, but I think I'm gonna get it because I'm reaching for the Intense so often that I think I should get the other one. So I've just forgotten the name, but anyway, hopefully I'll put it down below, but I really, really like it. The other one is the collection that just released, the summer collection. This is the Vibrations. I was able to get it really early and I've been using it for quite some time. It's beautiful. It's absolutely stunning on the eye. The other one, the Serenite, which is like the cooler shade one, that is on its way to me. I also did get a duplicate for the 5,000 person giveaway. So that will be in there as well as soon as I get it, because I wanted to make sure that, you know, I had something from, I try to add things from new collections to that giveaway and just build it up over time. The way I'm going, I'm not sure when we're gonna hit 5,000. It might be sometime in the future. So there may be a lot of products in there by the time we get there. But I am adding, at some point I'll do like a picture or something to show you guys what's in there, just as a reminder. But I did get one of the Serenites for that giveaway. Next was a total surprise to me, and this is the Patrick Ta. This is the collection that I didn't know was coming, the Major Dimension eyeshadow palette. And I, again, just really, really like it. I don't know, it's really neutral. I have these shades, I'm not gonna lie, but I really like it. I think it works really well, performs really well. The cream shadows here, although seemingly deep, actually work really well on my skin. And they enhance the shades. I'm just really impressed by it. I have nothing bad to say, and I can't, like, I know some people are like, it doesn't work for them, and I totally understand, like not every product works for everybody, but it works really well for me. I think the products perform really well. They stay on really well. I'm able to create some beautiful looks with it. It's simple to use in the sense that you can literally just be like, okay, here's my matte, here's my shimmer, here's my matte, here's my shimmer. I have a look and I'm done. I don't know, I've kind of been in that mode, like, because again, it's summer, so like I don't do a lot in summer, so I can just do like 2 shades. It looks really pretty. It stays on me, it stays on all day, like no problems. You know, you gotta love that. Now last, certainly not least, it just came out. And you're gonna ask me, well, how can it be your favorite if it just came out? And that's fair, that's a fair assessment, but I can tell you right now, I know me, and I know when something's going to be a favorite. So judge all you want, but this is the Sydney Grace Temptalia collection that just came out. And like I said, it just came out. But guys, this is gonna be very much like my other Sydney Grace palettes that I have, Enduring Love. I always forget the names of things, I'm so sorry, but that palette I use all the time, and Tiny Marvels, which is the one that Mel Thompson did with them. The shades in here are amazing. Amazing. I did a look with it where I just used these like green shades. I used some shades, like some other shades as well, but I used these green. The look was so impressive. Like, not my skill. It wasn't because of me. It was because of the shades. I got so many compliments on that look. I cannot even tell you. Like, just beautiful. And all the shades in here perform like that. I mean, I've been trying them out. I haven't done them for the channel. And I'm gonna do more looks, don't worry. But I just was so impressed. I just can't wait to play with all of them. And I could see, like, honestly, if I had to give up everything else and just have these 3 palettes, I think I'd be all right. Because like every kind of crazy shade you'd want is in here, but the basic shades are in here. It's just, they're really beautiful. They're just really, really beautiful. And it's obvious that they spent time on these. Like, this was not a rushed thing. Because the shades are curated in such a way that you can come up with like all kinds of looks. You can do what I did and create something that's like monochromatic, like green. I had like a brown sort of beige shade underneath, but it was green. But you could mix and have like a purple and a green and a pink. You could do like crazy stuff. You could be like really, you know, really fun and do something really unique. This is the Quintessence. This is the only one that I got in deep. The others I got in light. But there's also like a deep, like, ooh, it's like, knock it over. There's this deep like black shade, so you can deepen up all the other shades. There's inner corner highlights that are beautiful, like the Starlight shade. I mean, look, I'm gonna take one shade here. This is my Constellation, okay? This is just one shade, just picking it out randomly. And look at that. Blend it out for you here. That's one swatch, just sort of blended. I mean, they work so well and they are so pigmented. And let me just pick, I have to pick another color. Let's do Galactic Muse. You don't need much. You don't need much. I mean, just look at this. All right, let's just take like a matte shade here. Let's just take, you know, like a quote matte shade that's like, you know, not as fun, right? Yeah, okay. This is Reaching Zenith. This is actually the reason I got the deep in this one, because I liked this shade so much. That's Reaching Zenith. That's a matte. That's a matte. Order these palettes. You will not be disappointed. Look, if you only like brown shades and you really don't want anything that has any color to it, and you just, you won't wear anything with like different shades, buy the Patrick Ta or the Dior Cruz, or the Chanel, the Intense, or the other one, which I've forgotten the name of. They're beautiful. They're absolutely gorgeous. But if you want something that like you could mix and match, and you could have some color, and you can have basics, and you can, these shades, the Sydney Grace, all of the Sydney Grace products, and I have numerous ones from other years, they're all amazing. I have never tried a Sydney Grace eyeshadow product that didn't perform just amazingly. I did the other day a video with the new Sonia G brushes, and I use the cream shadow from Sydney Grace, Dragonfly, which is always sold out, by the way. Sorry about that. But So beautiful, so gorgeous, and it's just one shade. I need to buy more cream shades from Sydney Grace, actually. And one of the reasons I hadn't, to be honest, is I don't have like really good brushes for cream shadows. I have some, but for the eyes, I don't have a ton. And now that Sydney Grace has a face, now that Sonia G has a face set that's good for cream and liquids, I'm hoping she comes out with an eye set for cream and liquids, because I would buy more cream shadows from Sydney Grace. I don't really like using my fingers, I don't know, on my eyes. Like, I'll put the topper on with my fingers, but I like to have a brush to shape. That's just me. All right, so that's all of the makeup. Like I said, I wasn't gonna do skincare. I do wanna mention brushes just really quickly. So there's been a lot of brush releases. The Wayne Goss brushes, I do like very much. I just forgot the name of them. Cano series, I think it is, from Beautylish. I got those. Those are good. I like the brushes. I like the new Wayne Goss brushes. They're good. The Katie Jane Hughes brushes, I actually love. They come like this. I got the 25 piece. These are synthetic, but they're really, really good. And I do use these for cream products and liquid products. I do really like them. I use them for powders too. They are good brushes. They are not the same quality as, say, my Chikuhodo brushes or my Kyoto brushes. Even the Sonia G brushes, but they are good brushes and I do like them, and they are very soft and very versatile. And there are brushes in here that I don't have anything like them, which is actually a really big deal, because like I just picked up the Teresa's Dead collab with Lethal Cosmetics. I know you guys are all gonna be like, oh, you just did it because she's a fellow collaborator. No, first of all, I do love Teresa's Dead. She is awesome, but no, that's not why. Lethal Cosmetics, I have products from Lethal Cosmetics and they're really good. So I knew that the products are gonna be good. I don't pick things up if I think they're just gonna sit in a drawer, guys. I mean, I don't have that kind of money. So I did pick those up, and I got the liners, the cream liners that she had. And like this brush, for example, I don't have anything like this in a brush. Look at that. Like, it's super, so I could do like a really thin line. And you need brushes like this to do those like really artistic lines. I never had anything like this. So this is another one that's like the eyebrow, but look at how tiny it is. You could draw a super, super thin line with this. Look at that. It's got the eyebrow on the other side. But you know, I didn't have anything like that. So there's brushes in here that are, I think, really great shapes and sizes that I just did not have. So I really like the Katie Jane Hughes brushes. I think they're very, very good. And they're more versatile than brushes that I had before. But the only brushes where I can say this year that I'm like, that I'm blown away by are the Sonia G. The Sonia G brushes that just came out, I just got them, but they're awesome. They're so good, guys. They're so good. Like, they're really, they're exemplary. And the jumbo brush, which is this one here, this is, I think it was called the Jumbo Base. This brush is just phenomenal. It put foundation on so well. I was really impressed and surprised, actually. So it's really, really good. The mini base I already had in like the travel size. I love that brush, but all the brushes are good. Yeah, the Sonia G brushes, I know they've just come out. I'm telling you, they're gonna be on my favorites at the end of the year. They're phenomenal brushes. They work extremely well with liquids and creams. I'm sure they work extremely well with powders too, but I've been using them mostly with liquid and creams to see how they work. 10 out of 10. So, that is my wrap up, guys. I know it's kind of long. I know there's a lot of products. I've actually had a really good half year so far. There's been a lot of products that I've been really impressed by. I do have fails. There's quite a few actually at this point. And at the end of the year, I will have a fail video where I go through all my fails. If you're interested in me doing a fail video at this point in mid-year, I'll do one. Let me know. There's not as many as there are favorites. but there are some, so. Okay. I'm just looking around. I think that's it, guys. I'm sure I've missed something. I'm sure one of you is gonna put in the comments, but what about, and I'm gonna be like, of course, how did I not mention that? It's gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen. It's okay. I'm all right with it. So feel free, go ahead, put it in the comment the thing that I missed that I use all the time that I have now forgotten, because this is how my brain works. But yeah, but these are the ones that I really do reach for, like day in, day out. Like I said, the Sydney Grace, I know they're new, guys, but I'm definitely gonna be reaching for those. They're stunning. Thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really do appreciate it, and I hope to see you in another video really soon.